and all these people getting arrested in the streets, in the train station. A lot of people get arrested in train stations in New York City, bro. Right? And oftentimes we take them straight to prison. See, I understand the mental health situation respectfully, because we all have our own problems, bro. Let's be perfectly honest, right? But Mr. Garcia here gets arrested 3 times. He predicts, like, yo, I know I'm going to be released because I never been arrested. That's what the police is saying. And then his brother comes out to speak and says, look, I'm glad that he was released because 2 times, supposedly, allegedly, right? I mean, it's all over worldwide, right? So he robs two uh, strap handlers, right? Like they call it, right? I guess because they holding on to the thing. So, all right. So now he robs them at knife point, like, bah, let me get that. Let me get that. And they release him with no bail. Immediately, I'm saying, well, he on the lockout, if it was me or if it was you, it's a wrap. We're done. We're going to get the same time, that Suge Knight got as if we murdered somebody, right? And it's understandable. Somebody could have really got hurt, but he's released with this new laws that are on no bail situation. He's never been arrested. He's never been incarcerated. So he's released 2 times back to back. Papa, this is a 36-hour spree he's on in Manhattan, going bonkers. This guy, right? So he's already of age, 50. I mean, his brother's like, I think 36 or something like that. So you could imagine, right? So he's of age, or doño already. You know what I'm saying? So some dude you say good morning, sir, to and you're 50. So respectfully, right? So with that being said, he's released. He still goes to the bodega after that, and in his book bag he takes like boxes of beer, like a bunch. I think a dozen beers or something like that. And the lady proceeds to go after him, and he's like, "Yo, back up! I'm getting away. Like you not, you know what I mean? You not holding me down, bro. This is not happening. You not gonna hold me. I gotta go." So boom, he gets locked up. The cop says, but mind you, where I'm going here with this, Officer Jenkins says that in the car, Garcia tells him, "I know I'm gonna get out because I've never been arrested. I'm mental health and all that." Now, I'm thinking over here, they're making a big thing out of this, as maybe they should. That could have been your grandmother or your mother on the train or your girl when she goes to work. But I just got robbed. This crazy dude came up to me, a black dude, because he's Spanish, right? He's Puerto Rican, or respectfully, right? Whatever he is, right? But Mr. God, they would have been like looking for a black dude. No, but we're not all black. No, we're not all black. You're brown, he's black, right? It's like a separation with you people. When it comes to crime, incarceration, mass incarceration, the mistreatment of our people, we all the same, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, I start to think and I say to myself, cops, prosecutors, judges, shiftment of power, new laws in New York, less means more. People seeing that there's something wrong with the world, that black and brown people been railroaded for decades. They finally waking up just a little bit, probably just a little bit. I don't know if it's a front. Oh, well, I know, I'm leaving it up to you. Leave it in the comments. And I want you to leave in the comments What do you think should have happened to this dude? And if they did the right thing when we're done? But you could start commenting now. Hey, don't be shy. Get a little closer. Don't be shy. So it don't cost you nothing. It's free. By the way, thanks a lot, bro. Let me tell you ahead of time. In case you, I know you hit that like button because you're a good dude. And that's what you do. Oh, it's my boy Wu. I love him. Boop. I know you hit it. I know you're not a hater. I know you're not petty. I know you're not just there watching and like, I'm not hitting nothing for this dude. I'm just going to listen. Look at him. I don't know. This guy thinks he's tough. You know, this guy's a punk, bro. He's day room. You know, your bedroom, right? Hello. Dudes are bugged out, bro. But they say a lot of things. It's easy to say things when you don't know somebody, when you know, see them. And even if you see them, you're not saying that. But we humble. But there's always a little bit of hate, man. We hate our own people. We hate to see somebody else progress. We hate to see Mr. Garcia get released. They should have hung him. But listen, respectfully, right? Because we don't want everybody gets crazy and sentimental, right? And start crying like me. Right? So anyway. Enough war, relax. Do what you came here to do. I talk to myself. Maybe I should take his bed in the hospital. So anyway, they couldn't deal with me. So they let me go. So check it out. Mr. Garcia. I think about judges, I think about cops, I think about laws, I think about prison reform, I think about everything that's going on. And I think about, is there people really mad? And it has to be. So I'm saying, is the police making this up? Because every time a cop told me, like, yo, you'll be out in the morning, bro. You know, if you got a record like me, I got over 27 arrests and over 17 convictions, bro. That is bad. Maybe you got more. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a competition, but God damn. And it was just an estimate. I think you got more. That's just what I got right now. When he told me, I was like, I didn't even know because I don't keep up with that. I just do crime. You know that. Then, not now. Let's take that back. Clean that up, right? So anyway, they watching. Are you ready? So listen, the cops, the DA, all these people, I think that they go on making stuff up at times. Like, how did this get to the media? How did this get to the news? All right, cool. He was on a spree. He robbed 2 people. How many times we robbed 2 people, 3 people, 4 people? It never hit the news. Never. Like, so I'm thinking, like, is this part of the plan? I'm trying to look deeper into it because there's like a thing now with the bail. They let you go. They easier. Is people, because people work down low, you know, to make changes in your life and mine's and our kids and everybody's, believe it or not, bro. So I'm saying, is this part of the plan? Because now I'm like, hold up, bro. I'm looking deep. I think very deeply. In about a few seconds, a teacher will begin to speak. I'll play the knowledge, you play the target. Who's that? Who's that? Leave in the comments if you know who's that. If you know who's that, you hip hop. Y'all don't know my name, so I guess I just start this. New concepts, because they're hard as yo, because I'm a teacher. It ain't about money. Leave it in the comments, B. You know who's that. You the man if you know who's that, B. Facts. So anyway, you still the man, B, because you here and you show love. And I'm grateful. You know that, B. You know that. My G, you know that. You know that. You know that. So anyway, I think is this part of their plan? So they could change everything because things need to go back to normal. Because if people stop getting arrested, we don't need that many DAs. Yo, Copper, sorry, buddy. We don't need you. We just need 3 of you guys. Right? So if we show that this is a problem, things will go back to normal. So they asked for his bail like several times. And the judge was like, nah, I'm letting him go. I also know that some judges are sitting there and they white and they sitting there and they like, you know what, I'm gonna let him go. He's a black brother because they see him, they're not like Mr. Garcia. He walks in, palm. He's my complexion. We dog as you feel me? So they look at us like everybody else. You're black. I'm gonna let them go because all this that's going on. Some judges have this in their head, bro. Because I would if I was a judge, and I don't want to lose my job when they start sick. Because everybody losing their job. You heard? Do something to a, what I mean? A dog Puerto Rican or something. It's like, hello, you're getting fried. Execute him. You lose your job. So people are walking on eggshells. I understand this. What's going on? I understand all the movements. I watch very good. We're the media. The media guy, Warpath. So we watching. So I watch and I observe very well and I make my own analysis and the little bit of brain cells that I have left. And I come to the conclusion that can it be that they trying to make it go back to what it was? So they like making a fuss. I don't know. I think that it's being used as something like, look, because you let them go, these things keep happening. We need to go back to setting bail at a high boom rate as if they killed something because someone could have got hurt. I understand that. But I also understand and have sympathy for the mental health situation. So it's like a kind of hard thing there because when you look at it, some people do really need mental health and some people really do need Rikers Island, and experience what it is to get thrown in a house where you can't sleep because we all on the gate like, yo, you heard me? Yo, it's popping. Yo, where you from? Yo, Brooke, I just came in. Yo, Sha? Yeah, that's my cousin. Yo, when you going home? Yo, when you go home, tell Sha I said what up. Not one of them know who the fuck they talking about. Just Sha's a name that everybody's gonna say, yeah, I know him. You feel me? So the sound, the gates, the smell, the bologna sandwiches, the experience. But I also understand that some people need mental health. And then there's some judges that feel, well, you could get all the mental health you need at Rikers Island or in a state penitentiary, which is not the same. Never. There's people that go there sane and come out insane. Prime example, on the lockout. I was normal at one time when I was younger, bro. You feel me? Now I'm abnormal. And it is the system's fault. I blame them. They put them drugs in my hand. They put them guns in my hand. They made me do it. Doesn't work that way. It was definitely my fault. I was a piece of shit. I take ownership. Full responsibility. Which is a good thing to do. You should try it. But anyway, with that being said, mental health. So he goes to mental health. His brother steps up now. Bang, yo, look, that's a good thing because that's what he needs. But when he goes to mental health, they treat him real quick. And then when they release him, he's good for 2 or 3 months. I guess medication runs out. It comes back. Pop. And he's out there. So some people are homeless by choice or because they have a mental health issue and they run the streets. Their family don't know where they at. They're on a bench. Obviously, he drinks, right? So, drinking is a problem. It's the number one killing drug substance in the world. Difference is that it's legalized, and nobody sees a problem with it because the government is raking in the dough. So who cares if you die? There's hospitals for you. We got money to make. We got beer to sell. We got taxes to put on things. And you're one of them. When you drink that liquor and you act stupid and we lock you up, we get money from you too. And by the way, my boys need overtime anyway. So I look at all that and taking that on into consideration, I come to the conclusion that we're fucked. And we live in a fucked up society where we all just waiting to fucking die and no one really gives a fuck. Next. It's sad. But that being said, I know you didn't think I wasn't gonna go live today, right? I'm always late for everything in life, but I'll be there. I can assure you that, buddy. So anyway, actually, I was fighting with this green screen, and before I take it and start tearing it up with a razor blade and throw it out the window and break this whole house down with the tripods that's holding it and get super violent and mental health starts hitting my brain, I said, let me leave it alone, bro. Because today wasn't the day. It didn't want to anyway. So, yeah. So, do I think he should have been in jail? No, I think that if he had a mental health issue, his family stepping up. I think that the brothers, the way he spoke, honest enough, he would, I mean, nobody wants to see their brother locked up. Hold up. Let me think about that for a minute. I don't know. Some brothers want to see their brothers locked up. So it's just the reality of it, right? They won't even care. So uh, if you're one of them brothers, you're foul. You're bad. So do I think that? Yeah, I think that mental health was good for him to go. But if it's a repeated pattern and you're doing crime, then come on, my guy, you're bugging out. At one point you gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? You keep violating. But I believe that the judges are not the judges. It's like a power struggle going on in there. So the DA wants a little more control because it's like they took his control a little bit. Like, look, bro, you're no longer gonna be able to say, I suggest the bill is set at $150,000. Bro, the dude took a candy bar. I know, Your Honor, but he's still a danger to society. In the past, he has gotten arrested for stealing lollipops on two different occasions, two bags of potato chips where he was chased down an alleyway, stomped by a cop, bleeding profusely. And we gave him 30 years. Now he's back home and he stole can't, whatever the case may be. Harsh punishment, big bails. The judge now has the authority to be like, I mean, I'm pretty sure they always did, but now they come more like, all right, shut up. I say no. That's it. I don't even want to hear what you guys saying. Bang, get out of it. Right? And before they used to take a lot of the input from the DA, like hard, like super hard, bro. You ever go there? The DA's like a demon. Like, bro, you're the gang member or something? Like, bro, you're like the only one that could talk here. You go to say something, they're like, no. Like, bro, you scared of her? Like, you're bugging. Do you see her with her glasses? Like looking crazy? My dude, relax. So anyway, I don't know. I just think mental health is a serious issue. I think it's something that needs to be looked at. There's a lot of people in the trains in New York City, bro. If whoever told you that New York City train stations, we had this debate one time in our comment section because I posted about the trains and people were like, I just took the train. The trains are clean, bro. I said, go to the trains at 4, 5 in the morning, my dude. You crazy? Packed with homeless people. Packed. The smell, it is unbelievable. And I'm gonna tell you why I know. Cause I love New York City train stations, bro. I have had cars and still take the train. Facts. Because that's where I used to hang out at. That's where I used to do all my dirt at. That's where I used to run to when I was being chased by police or by bandits. Both. If I had to, I'm the lever. I'll be back. You feel me? Or whatever the case may be. We was taking flight to the trains. We knew that. We knew how to go through the bottom, come up through the boom, like we was in a video game. Like, what up, bro? Everything good? Yeah. You feel me? Like, come on. We used to write graffiti down there. You feel me? So we know New York, bro. And we know what happens down there at night. It's disgusting. So many people dying to come to New York. And the majority of us that really been or be in them streets are dying to get out. I think it is one of the dirtiest places in America besides Philly. I think Philly is a little over New York. Certain parts of Philly. Facts. But and You take that for what it is. When you wake up in the morning, if you mad right now, sweep up where you live at. Sweep your block up. So New York is filthy, bro. Smelling like pee everywhere. And you could blame the homeless, but it's us too. We gotta pee, we just pull out. Bang, toma. What's up? I ain't holding it for nobody. Right? But a lot of mental health people are in the train station. You could tell something is wrong with them. The only thing, I'm the type of dude, respectfully, not showing off or trying to act tough. Whoever knows me in real time, no, son is really like that. He bugged out. So when somebody would they think they tough, cause sometimes a young dude he think he crazy, he screaming loud in the train. Yo, what up? What? He's acting like a gorilla. And the minute I'm like, yo, Pi, you picked the wrong one. I'm about to pound you out. Like I'm not playing with you. Like you got 2 seconds to straighten up and realize, like, yo, bro, there's a different type of wake up, bro. Cause I swing first. We're not promoting violence. We're just saying that sometimes we gotta think for others because they not in the right state of mind or they might have a mental health issue, right? But the minute you start getting too crazy, that gets out of my head. I'll be like, "Bah, you got two mental health dudes here." You feel me? Like, what about me? Like, so mental health is definitely a serious issue, bro. Can you tell? You thought you thought the screen froze, son. You thought it froze. You like, oh man, this shit is over, son. It's not popping today. Yeah. What are we in the building on the lockout, baby? Yo, dudes already know how I give it up, boy. Dudes be like, yo, this dude was crazy, bro. Yeah. What's up, bro? What you think should happen to this dude, man? Be honest, B. Let's go to the chat. Now, John, we're gonna take it right back to you. Tell us how you feeling today here on Channel 44. Tell us how you feel. We're here live with our host, Mr. Warpath from On the Lockout. What's up? So now it really froze. I'm not even playing. I don't know what happened, but now it's really acting up. Or and it could be um the OBS or whatever I was streaming on. It's definitely not the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet because I'm on Ethernet cable, so it's definitely not that. It's acting up because it wants to, I guess, because it can. It thinks that it's gangster. It's feeling like he's the man. Ganging with it, homie. We doing this once again. We in the building and we rocking. We won't stop. Yo, that's crazy, bro. I seen it buffing over here on me, but probably you guys didn't even see it because I got it set up where if it buffs, nobody sees it. But it's definitely not my Ethernet because my upload and my download speeds is at 900 and something, almost 1,000. You guys know I show it all the time. Facts. So what you guys think? You think he's mental health or you think he's just wilding? Because he pulled out a knife on two people. In 36 hours, he got arrested 3 times and was let go for robberies on the train. My guy, they were the Fridays. But respectfully to him, I think he does have a mental health issue. And his brother stated it. His brother's name is Jose, by the way. Respectfully. So he's probably somebody that watches our show. They from 163 or something like that in the Bronx. So I don't want to say nothing wrong. And I'd be right over there in that area. And his brother comes out wilding with that knife chasing me down. So I'm being humble because I'm scared. Nah, respectfully though. Respectfully, they from the hood though, you heard? And I just think that sometimes DAs and them they use people as a scapegoat in a way. I don't know if scapegoat would be a good choice of words at this time, but whatever. They use it as an opportunity to change laws and get them popping in their direction. whether it'll help our community and our people as a whole, I beg to differ. I think that our world has come to a state where so much damage is already done that it will take over 5 lifetimes, like different, you know, life formed here to pass away everybody and then remake the whole world again. You know how that goes? Like you die, I die, they die, everybody dies, right? And then again, people are born and it generates like that, like the human factory that it is, like prison. And all this was, for it to clean up just a little bit, maybe that would need to happen. Because what's happening right now has been happening for centuries. And you may think is at its worst times right now. But before we were here, before our parents were here, and their 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 parents were here, it was a very bad time, my dude. You just would never know the full story because there's not people around that could tell you about it. So you just hear the stories, the myths, the lies, the truths, the exaggerations. Alpo, Suge Knight, Whack 100, right? All these people, the lies, the exaggeration, the this guy's a super thug, the Pac, the Biggies, thugs, gangsters, reality, good boys, nerds, went to school, graduated, got money, then became thugs, got locked up, some got killed. You became a gangster once you got your bread up. The story, the story, respectfully. The confusion. You already know. But yo, I don't know. So he went on a robbery spree, and I'm just thinking, like, me or you would have been fried. And I get it that he's never been arrested. So this is what police do in the street. You ever been stopped by the cops? Thanks a lot for hitting that like button, bro. You a good dude. I love you, bro. Just know that. Thanks, bro. I see you. I see all of y'all hitting that. Facts. There's 121 people on a playback watching from the beginning. I show it all the time. You want me to show it to you again? I remember it was popping. We're gonna get it popping again. We get it popping when we want to. You know that, baby. So anyway, I remember there used to be 1,000 people on a playback. So we getting back to the playback to the beginning. You already know gang gang without the gang bang. But I remember times where the cops would come up to me and I'm with somebody else and they'll be like, you ever been arrested? No. You ever been arrested? Yeah. Come with me. You get out of here. Tell me no. Tell me I'm lying, bro. You ever been arrested? No. Get out of here. You ever been arrested? Yes. Come with me. Yo, John, run his name. Run his name. Yeah, he's been locked up before for robbery. He's on parole right now. And they keep you, bro. My dude, why must you finish ruining the rest of my fucking life? All that cop is saying with that is based on the fact that you've been arrested, I'm going to keep you, arrest you again so you never come out. Why you didn't take the dude that's never been arrested if you're trying to do it any type of deed in the world, any good? Take him. He's never been arrested, my dude. Why you gotta take me? I'm on parole, bro. And I didn't do nothing. But now you got police contact and you done. And your boy just walks off. And he's the one with the gun on him and everything. He's the one that just shot somebody. You didn't even do nothing. But they tell him, yo, get out of here. You looking at him like, you little man, you lucky I'm not a rat. You feel me? And you hold it down. And you're done. Right? But that happens often. They don't want to talk to the dude that's never been locked up. Why is that? I think it makes them look better when they rearrest someone that's have a record. I think it brings them up in status. That law should be wrong. That should be a felony within itself. If he's been arrested, run him. If he hasn't been arrested, let him go. My dude, are you bugging? That means they don't want the judge the judge might just release him. They want somebody that they could have to go back to court for. If you go to trial, they there, it's a case form. There's a collar. I guess it's a top collar. You found a criminal that already has a record. That's bad. That's real bad. Don't you guys think so? You guys are a dead crowd, bro. You guys don't even answer back or nothing, bro. Is it the chat that is slow or what? What's going on? Yeah, that's crazy, my dude. I don't understand that. How they just take the person that's been arrested. So I don't know. Mental health is a serious issue, and I think that We need to attend to that more. First of all, in New York City, we need to take care of our train stations. If you live in New York and you understand what I'm saying, leave that in the comment section, bro. Facts. If you one of the good ones, because some of these dudes, I think they had a rough weekend this week, and they done. You heard gobble gobble is all up in them, but they don't eat turkey. You heard that's not their holiday. That's the white man's. How about you ate that turkey, right? Even it's the white man's holiday, but you was eating like a pig, bro. Stop playing. That's your holiday now, bro. You ate the turkey. It's a wrap. You just as guilty as everybody else, bro. You feasted on the festivities. You drink. Why were you drinking then on Thanksgiving? Why were you drinking then? If you don't believe that's it, if you don't believe in that holiday, why did you drink? Because you felt sad? Because of the story you have in your mind or whatever happened, respectfully? You were sad because of that? But you didn't look sad dancing and having a ball and picking fights with dudes, being the bully you are. I'm just kidding. You know you're a good dude. So anyway, look at my dude AN. AN is crazy. You gotta shout him out though. Yo, AN is crazy. He never changes the flow. He'd be like, "Yo, what up? I'm Big Crip." Every Yo, you making my stomach hurt, bro. Oh, I think if I would have been a cop, I probably would have done the same thing. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it's like harassment. Yeah, it is. You already know Biddy line. What it says? Biddy Biddy line. I got it right. Yo, J Vape, what up? What up, John? Joe Dean? Joe Dean, what up? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Argent Argent 1981, what up, man? Yo, Lito, what up? EBK, Ito was popping. Salute, boy. Ito in the building. Lito, I mean, my bad, respectfully. I know it, Ito. Shout out to Ito, though, from 526. Uh, uh, Lito, EBK. Oh, snap. Everybody killer, everybody killer, killer, everybody killer. Yo, what up? 622 Jersey in the building. Was good. Hector. What up, Hector? Was popping. Shout out War. You already know. Trooper, what's up, Trooper? Yo, Andy, you's a bird. Shut up, man. You said, War, you not like that. He said it again. I said you not like that. Bro, that's not how you spell that, bro. You idiot. You clown. Know how to spell when you come over here, bro. Walnut. You nuthead. I know I'm not like that. When you see me, just come up to me and smack me then. And tell me it's you. Yo, it's me, Andy. And swing. And find out. It's simple. I'm outside all the time. When you gang, you trying to gain status. Trying to gain status is the same type of flow. Yeah, yeah, I guess the police got the same type of flow. They trying to gain status. I get it. My dude is crazy. He said Warpath is offering GED classes for all of you peep squeeze who can't spell. Tech for rec. Feel free to apply, Andy. I hate a, I hate a, hustle hard, stack paper. I hate a, I hate a. I'll put you in the finger for a leg lock, boy. I have you tapping out. Facts. Yo, I hate dudes that be stunting like keyboard gangsters, bro. That gets me so mad. Like, bro, you don't even know, homie. Like, bro, you fucking bugging, my dude. Super keyboard gangsters. Yeah, yo. So, what you guys think about about Garcia's situation? Do you think mental health? They let him go a few times for mental health, but I think mental health is a serious issue. It's definitely. I know a lot of people with mental health issues. I think that the mental health system here in New York City is set up like you go there, they evaluate you, and based on the availability of beds, they be like, yo, you gotta go. I think they charge your Medicaid, whatever insurance you have, and once they charge it, bang, that's it, you could go. But somewhere in there, they robbing the system. So actually, if uh you have health first or health plus, they pay for 7 or 5 days, you out of there after that. But they really got paid for 2 weeks for you. But you out, they don't need you no more, and they refill that bed. It's a money racket. Most of these people, respectfully, that own these uh hospitals and all that. There's a lot of Jewish, a lot of Indian people. They doing a whole lot of Medicaid fraud. Medicaid giving out money without no questions asked.